students and parents. Moldova is an Eastern European country sandwiched between Ukraine and Romania. This small European country is quite famous for its wine and wine tourism and medical education in the map of Europe. A country with agrarian economy, with less expensive when compared to the other European destinations. Nowadays, very famous for medical education, especially for Indian students. Moldova's National Medical University, which is popularly known as Nicolae Testemitanu State University of Medicine and Pharmacy, is a prominent medical university in Europe, which is 76 years old, and there are 36 nationalities from 36 different countries are studying in this university. They have a student population more than 6,200. When you decided to choose or pursue for a medical education abroad, there are certain reasons we should shortlist for each country and university. Today, I would like to present you 15 good reasons why you should choose Moldova as an education destination, and especially Nicolae Testemitanu University of Medicine and Pharmacy. There are, when you compare to the other countries in European region or all CIS region, there are some peculiar advantages this particular university have. I would like to list you one by one all these 15 good advantages and 15 good things you should know before you choose Moldova as a medical education destination. Reason number one, lowest fees and living expense in Europe. When you compare to all other European destinations or European countries which provide medical education, you get a widely acclaimed European medical graduation from Moldova for a lowest fees and living expense of other European compared to the other European destinations. Because, as I mentioned in the initial introduction, Moldova is an agrarian economy. So the GDP is the lowest in Europe and the fees and living expense is the lowest in European Union area. Moldova is an associate member of European Union, so that you get the same equivalent medical qualification which are provided by other European nations for a cost of a Russian or Chinese medical qualification. So that's the primary advantage of studying in Moldova. You get a lowest fee and lowest living expense destination for medical education with international accreditations and widely accepted and eligible to practice anywhere in Europe. Number two, WFME accreditation. There is a checklist of several accreditation we used to check before pursuing to a medical education, a medical university, including MCA accreditations and other international affiliations and accreditations. The latest one which we need to check is WFME accreditation. WFME means World Federation for Medical Education. The universities which doesn't have WFME accreditation are not eligible. I mean, the students, those who are passing out from the universities which doesn't have the WFME accreditation are not eligible to write USMLE or practice as a doctor in the United States from 2023 onwards. Moldova National Medical University is the first university in that region which is accredited fully by WFME in 2019 itself. Number three, there is another important accreditation from the United States, which is known as Californian Dental Board accreditation, which is almost very famous like WFMA. Moldova's National Medical University is the only medical university in the European region which is fully accredited by Californian Dental Board. That means the dentistry graduates of this university are eligible to practice as doctors in the United States without writing the licensing examination. This admission is limited to the US nationalities and green card holders. In effect, we can say that this is an university which exclusively trains dentistry graduates for the United States with its quality standards. Number four is a widely acclaimed European medical graduation. Like any other European countries, Moldova is also follow the German system of medical education, which means the first 3 years they focus on theory-based and allied practical sessions like anatomy and other subjects. And the other 3 years, which we have more emphasis on the practical sessions and clinical practice and seminars and assignments. This system is popularly known as ECTS. Since all medical universities in Europe are following the same system, all of them comes under ECTS, European Credit Transfer Accumulation System. That means when you are studying first year in Moldova, you are eligible to transfer to a second or third year to any other European country. And like that, those country students also eligible to transfer to the Moldovan university. This comes under the ECTS and the same graduation which follows in all medical universities in the European region, follow in Moldova also. Number 5, eligibility to practice. As I mentioned earlier, this graduation of USMF is also follows ECTS, European Credit Transfer Accumulation System. This graduation is eligible to practice anywhere in Europe as a doctor. Also, the syllabus is compatible with USMLE of United States and PLAB of UK. So, the medical graduation from University of Moldova is a gateway to the world, not only Europe. It is eligible and accepted in all European Union countries, United States and UK. Number 6, language. Learning local language is an inevitable thing for any medical graduation in any country. Because as all of us are aware, interacting with the patients is an essential thing, and for that the learning language is an unavoidable thing for any medical student in any country. The local language of Moldova, Romanian language, which has an advantage when compared to the other languages like Chinese, Russian or any other CIS country languages. Because Romanian language has the same script of the same alphabets of the Latin alphabet they follow. So it's quite easy to learn. So when the students are learning this local language for the first 2 years as a separate paper, when compared to the other countries' medical education system, the script is Latin and quite easy. The words have more similarity with English, and so that they can learn Romanian comparatively easily and they can interact with the patient effectively, and that's an advantage of medical education in Moldova when you take any other CIS countries or any other European destinations. 7th important factor is connected with the language and its opportunity for post-graduation and further clinical practice in Europe. As I mentioned, the 6th point about the language which you learn Romanian as a local language, it is useful for you to do the post-graduation in Romania, because when you're proceeding for a post-graduation education in any European country, the first 2 years you need to undergo for a clinical registration. Before the clinical registration, you need to undergo for a residency, and then the clinical registration, and then proceeding for the post-graduation education. As you're aware, all European countries are following the post-graduation in local language only. Since you learn Romanian as a language, which is also practicing and popular language and the native language of Romania, you get the opportunity to do post-graduation in Romania and further clinical registration in Romania. That clinical registration helps you to practice any European country as a medical practitioner, subject to the language barrier of each country. So it's a gateway. It's a gateway to any European Union country. Number 8, patient interaction. Since USMF is the only medical university in Moldova, maximum patient interaction is possible for all students in Moldovan Medical University. The university has directly linked with the 12 major referral hospitals of this country, more than 72 clinics, 50 plus departments, and 10,000 plus beds are available for the students and patient interaction. It's very important for a medical education to get the maximum patient interaction and maximum possibility of interacting with the various departments of the medical science. Since USMF is a national medical university and the only medical university in Moldova, this is possible for the students who are studying medical education in Moldova. 9th important point which we always need to be taken care is an international ambience. When you choose a medical university abroad, you should make sure that it's an international university with not just international ambience. There are students from different countries and different nationalities are studying there. Generally, you get a true cosmopolitan international ambience or excellence of study there actually. Moldova ensures that too. because there are 36 nationalities are studying in Moldova, mainly for medicine, dentistry, and pharmacology. So you get a real international campus with the international students and international exposure and international campus exchange, those kind of faculties and those kind of advantages related to the medical education in Moldova. Point number 10, world-class infrastructure and facilities. When we choose a medical university abroad for medical education, we should make sure that this university have proper medical infrastructure and facilities and highly technology integrated also. Because as all of us know that modern medical education and modern system of medicine is also going in the technology integrated way. A system of education which needs to be integrated and facilitated and guided by the technology only survive for the future. Moldova University's each department is highly technology integrated with latest medical equipments, biomedical engineering and biomedical equipments and facilities and all other integrated testing laboratories and allied medical system which a medical university requires. This ensures a technology integrated modern way of medical practicing for the students, those who are graduating from Moldova. Number 11, Simulation Center. USM of Moldova has one of the best and the number one simulation center in Eastern Europe. It's one of the best in Europe and number one in Eastern Europe. It's funded by European Union. There are more than 200 diseases and the professional practice is possible in the simulation center for the students after the 4th year onwards. Even the 4th year student, you can see the videos of the university. The 4th year student is doing the keyhole laparoscopic surgery and those kind of practices in the simulation center. Almost every good university in Europe has this facility, and Moldova also provides, USM of Moldova also provides an excellent simulation center which is highly integrated with the technology and medical technology for the students of the university. Point number 12 is availability of cadaver. For medical education, availability of cadaver is an important thing. Most of the universities in the old CIS region won't provide cadaver for medical education because due to the limitations or maybe prohibited by law or something. But Moldova and USM of Moldova provides cadaver for medical education to the students. For the non-B subjects, it's available because the classroom is around 16 students, it's one cadaver like that available for the students. So examining a cadaver and using cadaver for medical education, for knowing better things and to know better about the human body and anatomy is important. This Moldova is providing cadaver for the medical education. It ensures that actually a proper medical education, interacting with the proper human body, you get there. 13th point, which I would like to mention about accommodation and food. Most of the parents are concerned about the accommodation, living, food of the students in the country which they choose for higher education. Unlike other Eastern European countries or neighboring countries where the medical education is also popular, Moldova has their own universities, own hostels. All hostels are under the university and not a private accommodation they provide. They are providing the university hostel accommodation for each student, and the hostel are equipped with each floor have 2 kitchens for self-cooking facilities, or they can choose for the Indian restaurants available or Indian messes also available as part of the hostel complex in the same campus itself. So a comfortable ambience of living which ensures under the supervision and strictly monitored by the university is available in Moldova for each student who are coming there. That ensures the safety, quality food, and a good ambience for study and living like their home country. 14 is about NEXT. NEXT is the national exit test which every Indian overseas medical graduate need to be qualified. Not only Indian, not only overseas medical graduates, even the Indian medical graduates also need to be qualified that. USM of Moldova provides an in-campus facility for next coaching for every medical grad students who are coming from India there. So you get the 6 year, you get a 6 months integrated coaching, classroom coaching of next in association with #1 medical next coaching institute from India, and they provide face-to-face class in Moldova. Universities, facilities, and classroom will be utilized for that, and the students will get, they already signed an MOU with university to deliver the next classes directly in Moldova for the Indian medical students. Every 10 days, one faculty from India will fly to Moldova and they will deliver the class, then further online test and assessment. Among the 19 major subjects which is required for the next, 12 major subjects will be delivered directly in classroom education in Moldova. Then the further 7 will be provided through a special app. And after the graduation and the last 6 months of the total course, it will be delivered. And after the graduation, and there's a gap of 6 months between the next examination and the graduation period. This period, they can use the app of this provider, and that is also freely accessible for the students, those who undergone the next coaching in Moldova. Number 15, establishing government-level relationship. Among all international medical universities where Indian students are going abroad for medical education, we can see USM of Moldova is the only medical university established direct government-level relationship with both central and state governments in India. In 2016, Union Cabinet Minister 𝗲𝗏𝗍𝗧𝗏𝗍 visited the university. In continuation with that, the Embassy of India in charge of the Republic of Moldova initiated some MOU and the government-level relationship with the government of India and Moldova, especially in the health sector. Then again in 2019, Kerala's then Health Minister, Mrs. 𝗘𝗂𝗍𝗍 also visited with a delegation, including the State Secretary for the Health and other government-level officials. Also, delegation from the Moldovan government and the university visited the Chief Minister of Kerala, and they requested to initiate an Ayurvedic healthcare center and Ayurvedic health care in Moldova. And the communication and steps for that also are already in progress. So this ministerial delegation visit to the university by seeing all facilities, infrastructure, and interacting with the students ensures and make sure that the university have adequate facility where the government also went involved and monitored things there. So the quality of medical education is directly monitored and convinced by the government authorities itself when they visited and when they saw these facilities, and they went and also they endorsed their opinion about the all facilities and infrastructure of the medical university USMF in Moldova. So this direct link with the government ensures a safety to our students. And regarding any kind of issues related to students or any compliance student have or any things they want to mention and take care to the government also, there is a platform which directly interacted with the university, so that the university is keen to maintain a zero compliant for academic and allied system of education which they follow, especially for the Indian students. That quality, safety is ensured in delivering medical education through a government-level relationship. If you would like to know more about the country Moldova and the university USMF, I request you to go through the video which is given as part of this 15 points. Please watch and revert to us with your doubts, any questions related to medical education abroad, especially in Moldova. Thank you.
Nicolae Testemitanu State University of Medicine and Pharmacy of the Republic of Moldova was founded in 1945 and is the only higher education institution in the country that trains highly qualified doctors and pharmacists. It is a university with rich experience and beautiful traditions which succeeded to become one of the most prestigious in the country as well as recognized abroad. International students are studying at the specialties medicine, dentistry and pharmacy. The higher medical education is organized within the Faculty of Medicine No. 1, with courses being taught in Romanian, Russian and French, and the Faculty of Medicine No. 2, with courses being conducted in English language. The mission of the study program in medicine is to train doctors in accordance with the contemporary requirements and achievements competitive for the national and international healthcare systems. The training is focused not only on knowledge transmission, but also on building communication skills with patients and development of abilities, including at the University Center for Simulation in Medical Training. The Faculty of Dentistry trains qualified specialists, multilaterally developed, able to provide oral health services to the population and prevent dental diseases. The study program in dentistry aims to promote modern methods and concepts in the diagnosis, treatment and prevention of dental diseases. Students develop their practical skills in the University Dental Clinic and the University Dental Center, endowed with up-to-date equipment. The Faculty of Dentistry is accredited by the Dental Board of California, USA, which confirms that the study program is in line with international standards. The Faculty of Pharmacy aims to train highly qualified specialists for the pharmaceutical system. Future pharmacists are studying the processes of obtaining, preparing, preserving, controlling, releasing and recording of drugs, as well as communication with the patient in the pharmacy. The students participate in all stages of production, quality control of medicines and their selling, processes which take place at the University Pharmaceutical Center. The practical internships are carried out at the Scientific Center for Cultivation of Medicinal Plants, located in an ecological area. The university study programs meet the highest quality standards, fact which was confirmed by the assessments of national and international experts. The professional and skilled academic staff applies contemporary methods and technologies in medical and pharmaceutical education, as well as in the process of testing the knowledge and practical skills. Information support is provided by the Medical Scientific Library, which offers a wide range of services for study and research. The university has a technical material basis very well developed, well-equipped aulas and study rooms, modernly equipped laboratories, dormitories, canteens, sports gyms and recreation areas. Par excellence, the university tends towards continuous development, which would ensure high quality and performance to its activity and the integration into the world training and research area. Nicolae Testemitanu State University of Medicine and Pharmacy of the Republic of Moldova provides you a healthy future.